Yo,
Ooh,
YouTube.
YouTube, what's poppin'? Let me
Let me
make
make
sure
sure
the
the
mic
mic
is
is
on
on
right,
right,
real
real
quick.
quick.
You
You
feel
feel
me?
me? And then I'm gonna get this video started. Yeah, on today's video, we're gonna react to just the situation with Logan Paul. You see, he's been exposed as a scammer. Your favorite YouTuber that has been exposed as a scammer. Let's watch this. No, wrong video. Wrong video. This is very interesting stuff.
What do you want?
Want a job that I don't hate. Want to do something that matters, but I don't know what that thing is.
Well, guys, it seems like the Logan Paul versus Coffeezilla saga might officially be coming to an end after some events that transpired on Twitter
Like
last
this
night.
video and
As you
subscribe.
guys know, around 3 days ago, Logan Paul dropped his response to these scamming allegations. And I do have to say it's probably one of the worst responses I've ever seen in the entire history of YouTube. The video was getting absolutely dislike bombed. Down below in the comments, not only critics, but also Logan Paul's very own fans, all the Logan Paulers out there were very disappointed in Logan, and were leaving comments saying, "Oh, I thought you changed, I guess you're still the same guy," and basically that Logan was completely deflecting. He wasn't going to take any responsibility for hiring known criminals, and I think that everyone was really just amazed that this guy actually had the audacity to play the victim in this situation. So this comes from 2 days ago. Logan Paul turned off the comments on that video, and it's funny because you can kind of see his mind start to like unravel in real time. Because around a day after that, we get another tweet from Udahar saying that Logan just deleted his response altogether. You know, I'm sure Logan was sitting back in one of his mansions just pacing around with a
You
prime
see?
bottle in his hand. Well, what did we
He got exposed. He made a video about it, talking about that Coffeezilla is a bad guy. He Coffeezilla, he does the YouTuber. He doesn't even got nothing to do with it. He just an investigator for scammers and stuff like that. So, boom, boom, boom. He said that. Then he went on his podcast, the Impulse podcast, between him and his friends, trying to play it off like he's a victim too. He ain't no victim. He made a couple millions of dollars.
do, Mike? I can't believe my response didn't work. It took me
This is
3 days
real
to
cap,
write
man.
up that response. I thought it was gonna be all good. You told me it was gonna be fine, Mike. What the fuck, dude? Just making sure I'm still on the payroll, right? So yes, Logan Paul deleted that official response that he had posted on his channel after getting it from every single direction. Y'all know the meme I'm talking about where the little white girl is surrounded by all those black gentlemen? That meme essentially personifies what's been happening to Logan over the last couple of weeks. And you can't even call it dogpiling because the guy was acting like such an idiot. I mean, this guy really thought that he was gonna drop this little cookie cutter response with all these little edits, all these attempts at jokes. He thought he was gonna post this and then just go about his day and it was all gonna be good. I just feel like where he really messed up in this response, I mean, obviously in not taking accountability, but also in announcing that he was gonna sue Coffeezilla simply for shining a light on him and his cockroach friends for curating this project. I just don't really think that sentiment really boded over well with the general audience, because it's almost like, oh, you're gonna criticize me, you're gonna expose something that I did in the dark that you're now trying to bring to the light? Well, I'm gonna shut you up with a lawsuit. Which really just made him look like a big old puss. And you guys know Logan started getting really nervous when he read this tweet yesterday. He probably has Coffeezilla's notifications on. And yesterday, Coffeezilla tweeted that he was going to be dropping his response video to Logan, while also including this picture that Logan had used during his response video. And I'm sure at the time of editing, Logan thought this was such a slam dunk. But I don't really see anyone over like the age of maybe 6 years old finding any sort of humor in this photo. And to me, this is the tweet that really put the
Shaking
nail
my
in the
head.
coffin for this whole lawsuit, this whole beef. Logan called me
Shaking my head. Coffeezilla called. He called Logan before he was gonna drop the video. Like, yo, big bro, come to this platform. Let's talk about it, and I'm gonna donate all the money to the victims. And Logan Paul was like, nah, bro, you come to my podcast. And it was a back and forth. But Logan Paul's wrong for this, man. Don't think Coffeezilla is a bad guy. He's a hero.
me
Hero. And Logan Paul's a zero.
He said he's deleting the 2 responses and is dropping the lawsuit threats. I believe he's made a 3rd response, which I'll be delaying my video to include, so he is still going to be posting a response. Hopefully this time he takes accountability and refunds the victims of CryptoZoo. That's what matters. And at this point, it's really just so clear to me that Coffeezilla was out here playing chess. And Logan, he wasn't even playing checkers, okay? This guy was out here playing, I don't know, Go Fish or some childish shit like that. Because if you guys thought that first response that he dropped on his main channel was bad, when he got to expand a little bit more on his thoughts on his impulsive podcast, it made matters much, much worse. I mean, look at this, guys. 33,000 likes, but then 191,000 dislikes. I haven't seen a ratio like that in a very long time. And I also did just want to highlight some of the dumber things that Logan said during this podcast.
That was always the prerogative.
Hyundai Santa Fe versus Honda Passport.
Like this live.
Hyundai Santa Fe wins
Told
every
you I'll be
time.
back. Feel me? Even though
Was the prerogative. Coffeezilla making
Good,
series
I
around
hope it's
games
good
being
enough.
made. He just assumed we gave up on it, which is not true.
So I think it's interesting right there. He says that Coffeezilla just assumed they gave up on the game. I mean, what was he supposed to assume when he was getting all these testimonies from not only the people who were working on the project, but also so many people who had invested a lot of money in the project, who felt like you completely left them in the dark after you didn't communicate with them for almost a year about what was going on with the project. Like, I understand there's legalities involved, but from the outside looking in, I don't get how you can't think that that doesn't look like you're abandoning the project, especially when you're launching all this other shit.
The answer is yes, George. I'm not a scammer. I have the best intentions, and I will make this right for the people who believe in me. You know how adamant I was about fixing all of this and making this right. And for a year, I was told I couldn't say anything. And then Coffeezilla series came out, and I called you guys. And I said, I'm making a statement. I don't give a fuck. I spent days writing this thing. Figuring out how I could poke the obvious holes in Coffeezilla's defamation and arguments and manipulation of this story, because at the end of the day, he told a story. Some of it's true, some of it's not. I don't know what to believe. I found out things watching his series. Like dude, I was at the airport.
God, he just kept making himself look dumber and dumber and dumber. I would put it on my life that if Coffeezilla never dropped this 3-part series on Logan exposing his ass, he would have not spoken publicly about CryptoZoo again. I'm telling you guys, he would have just ran with this 99 Originals project. And then he keeps trying to invalidate Coffeezilla's research, but then he says that he learned something from his investigation. Coffee cared more about this shit than you, Logan. It's so obvious. At the end of the day, you're the one that hired criminals, my guy. And I can't even say that this is a result of him having too many yes men around him, because during this podcast, I won't lie, George took so many W's. He kind of held his feet to the fire and really represented that view of, like, the angry critique. I just gotta say, guys, I'm completely here for the George Janko redemption arc.
Okay, and I have a vision and an idea of these things, and then I say, Jeff, here's what I want to make. Here's what I want to do. And then people are put in place to attempt to make that happen. And when it was found out that either A, they had ill intent, or B, were incapable of doing it, what do I do? What do I do?
So once again, right there, Logan further proves my point that he hears about these projects where he knows he can make a lot of money. Like I said, his mentor Gary Vee was making tens of millions in a matter of a couple of months off some children's doodles. He gets his pants all juiced up. He gets all excited. He acts like it's the most revolutionary thought in the entire world. But then he doesn't even have the actual knowledge to understand if the project is actually going to be executed correctly. And to me, if you don't have that knowledge and you're still promoting these projects that have financial bearings onto your impressionable audience, I just don't think that that's really acting in good faith.
It is shocking to me that motherfuckers think I'm out here in Puerto Rico with a cork board, text, string, graphic images, going, here's how we're going to scam. This is how I'm going to make my $1 million this time, motherfucker.
I don't really think that that's the general sentiment that a lot of people are giving off about this situation. I think a lot of people are just coming from the viewpoint that you messed up, you hired all these bad...
A lot of YouTube subscribers that I've been getting on my shorts, they acting like they don't care, because they haven't been liking the videos I made about Logan Paul. So they act like they don't care, but you should care, because you can't let the future of YouTube be with a bunch of scammers, fake niggas, fake information, fake bitches, mass censor, mass stuff. You gotta stand up. Stand up for what you believe in. Like this video if you stand up for what you believe in. Let's get it.
People, and now not only do you not want to take any accountability for doing so, but you also want to sue a man for interviewing and investigating these people that you hired yourself. And during the course of this hour and 20-minute podcast, Logan says a bunch of things that really show you how much Coffeezilla was really getting under his skin.
There's been a plan moving forward.
BS.
Yeah. Coffeezilla happened to make this series and middle of it. And now it appears
BS.
reactionary, but this has been happening. So that's where the defamation piece comes into play. He's probably going to milk the shit out of this. He's probably going to talk to more people who lost money. I'm not sure what he's fabricating or if people are genuine about what they're saying because he doesn't verify backgrounds or, like I said, substantiate any evidence. So he's probably going to...
Shaking my head.
Neither did you.
Stop the fucking
This
cap.
whole thing could have been avoided if you had
Facts.
verified backgrounds. And
All
Coffeezilla
this
was
could have
literally
been
just
avoided if Logan Paul would have came out like, hey, I'm a bad guy. I scammed you by mistake. I got robbed or the business went south. But he didn't say none of that until this YouTuber. You feel me? I can't believe this YouTuber's doing more reporting than the news. I can't believe that. Shaking my head. The news is fake, y'all. Don't believe the news.
doing what any journalist does and following this story out to the very end.
That's what I would do if I were him. I'd milk the shit out of this. And like I said, he's probably going to. He's good. He's very good. The more he says and the more he continues to spread this misinformation that this was any sort of con or scam, the more I have for the lawsuit that I am filing. The defamation lawsuit. That is happening because this is wrong. This is wrong. And there's a reason. There's a reason he won't come on this show. And he knows it's because he can't lie to me with his chest out while sitting in front of me.
Oh my God.
I'm saying that.
Y'all see George's face in that moment? He's like, Logan, you're so full of
and
shit.
He knows it's because he can't lie to me with his chest out while sitting in front of me.
I'm saying that you are.
Like I said, why would he show up on this show and give you the final edit on all these matters and let you dance around your little studio and try and make yourself look good? Which I'm sure you wouldn't have done, man. I'm sure he would have really, probably made him look even stupider if they came face to face. Honestly, I'm just mind blown that someone who has the capabilities to do all this pretty badass stuff, have this whole redemption arc, and seem like he moves very smart when it comes to his public image, turns out to really be such a narcissist that he can't even take the smallest ounce of accountability. Saying, oh, this is so wrong, my reputation has been damaged. When in reality, the real injustice was leaving all those poor investors in the dark.
He's the most formidable opponent I've had. I'm not kidding.
No,
Guy's
you gotta
guy's
stop.
good.
You
He's
gotta
very
watch
smart.
who
He's very
you
smart. He
subscribe to
manipulates and
watch
twists
who
the
you
truth
watch.
just the way he wants to get his people to believe a certain thing. He's good.
His ability to just not be able to read the room is just truly astounding. And the fact that they recorded these videos, edited them, I'm sure a whole team of people watched them,
You see?
and he probably
That's why Coffeezilla didn't want to go to Logan Paul's podcast because they was gonna edit it. They was gonna pressure him, put pressure him, or try to herb him or anything. You feel me? Anything deceitful, deceitfulness or lying, being hypocritical. A lot of tricks Logan Paul was gonna do. You feel me? Maybe even threaten him if it comes to it. But we all know that.